Most district drawers are looking at an eastern and western district, somewhat similar to what we had 30 years ago before we lost a district and became a single statewide district. But if you draw a dividing line similar to the prior old two districts stretching from Glacier County in the north down to Yellowstone Park, that western district will have almost 616,000 people, which is 74,000 too many, because the two districts must be roughly equal in population. So, how to fix that? One possibility is putting most of Helena and Lewis and Clark County into the Eastern District, making things almost even population-wise. Or you could split off parts of Bozeman, or put all of Gallatin County into the Eastern District, and then most of Great Falls into the Western District. But Districting and Apportionment Commissioner Joe Lamson, a Democrat, says these proposals create two Republican-leaning districts, and that he wants to create one district that is competitive between the two major political parties.
We heard loud and strong for Montanans that when it came to the congressional districts, they would like one of those districts to be competitive.
Republican Commissioner Dan Stusik says making one district politically competitive is discretionary and should not be a top priority.
That is not one of the Commission's mandatory criteria, nor is it in our Montana Constitution or state law. And in fact, the concept of competitiveness inherently requires you to look at political data, which, as the public well knows, is what people use to gerrymander districts.
A proposal Democrats are eyeing is making Flathead County and Kalispell part of the Eastern District. You're left with a southwestern Montana seat, which would include Missoula, Butte, Hamilton, and Bozeman. To even up the population between the two districts, though, you'd have to add Jefferson, Broadwater, Park, Sweetgrass, and Stillwater counties to the Western District. Or if you want to put Flathead, Lincoln, and Sanders counties into this so-called Eastern District, you add Great Falls and Cascade County to the Southwestern District and drop the Jefferson to Sweetgrass link. In both of these plans, the Southwestern District is almost evenly split among Democratic and Republican-leaning voters.
We tend to favor districts that keep Gallatin, Helena, Missoula, Butte, Silver Bow, sort of that area that has a lot of common interests. I assure you, this is not going to be a deep, dark blue district. It's going to be a competitive district. It means it's going to be 50-50, and then the voters will decide whether they want to, which candidate they want to have represent them in Congress.
Stusik, however, says he doubts that's something that he or voters in northwestern Montana would support.
I think that would sacrifice elements of compactness and would inherently be a kind of gerrymandering and much different from what Montana has historically seen in our congressional districts to reach a political goal.
And there's another possibility that may or may not be considered, creating a South and North Montana district. A North district could include Kalispell, Missoula, Great Falls, and Helena, while the Southern district could stretch from Hamilton all the way to Sidney and include Billings and Bozeman. Politically speaking, these two are decidedly Republican-leaning districts. The five-member commission will pick several finalist plans on October 5th to consider, and after public hearings, make its decision just 25 days later. It may come down to a tie-breaking vote by the commission's nonpartisan chairwoman. At the Capitol, Mike Dennison, MTN News.